Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cass. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button because I post quality content. Just kidding. I don't. But I post videos twice a week, so like that's good, right? Okay, so typically Fridays I post beauty related videos and on Tuesdays I post vlogs. So today is going to be kind of beauty related, but also not really, because I'm gonna just answer some questions about Botox and lip filler, share my experience. Everything that I say, take with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional. This is just like solely based on like my experience and the little research that I've done on it. So with that being said, let's get right into it, and I'm gonna just start off by sharing my experience with lip filler and Botox and like my story with it. So ever since I was a little girl, like I'm not kidding you, like since I was like probably 5 years old, I've always hated my eyebrows and my lips. My lips, a lot of people like will say like when they're sharing like their like lip filler stories, like, oh, it wasn't something that I was insecure about, I just wanted like more fullness to my lips. But no, that was not the case for me. Like definitely insecure about it, and it was something that I really did not like about my face. It's not something that I judge on other people. I'm sure that you guys have had something like similar to that, where it's like you don't like it about yourself but you don't notice it on anybody else. Like I don't know why I even cared about it myself. But anyways, when I would smile, I'm gonna pop up some pictures of before I had filler, like over here, maybe over here too. But when I would smile, my top lip would like go underneath. So like now when I smile, you can kind of see like it like flips up a little bit more, but it used to go under, and then my gum would show, like you could see like all my gums. Like I just didn't like it. I knew it was something that I always wanted to do, but it was just so expensive. So I was like, I'm not willing to pay that yet. Every year for my birthday and for Christmas, I would ask my husband like, hey, like all I want this year is like you to buy me lip filler. That's all I want. And then I would try to do like, oh, you can be like my birthday and Christmas present, like combined in one, like lip filler. And he every year like would pass and he wouldn't get it. So let's rewind to 2017. It was my birthday. He actually got me that mirror that year. And I thought that was like awesome. He got me a bunch of stuff that year. I don't know, he was feeling generous. And so I thought, okay, for sure, like not getting lip filler now because he already gave me so much like for my birthday this year. And it was like right before bed, and he's like, oh, I do have one more present for you. And he told me that he had gotten me a 1 milliliter vial of Juvederm Ultra Plus XC, and I didn't believe him at all. But anyways, he did. He got it for me. And so the next day I called and I set up an appointment to go in and get them done, and it was in December, so it was right after Christmas, before New Year's Eve. So leading up to my appointment, I was like super scared. Like, do you guys all remember Farrah from Teen Mom, and that like iconic picture of her with her lips like huge? Like that, I was terrified that was gonna happen to me. So that was obviously one of the things that I voiced to my doctor that I was afraid of, because I didn't want that to happen. Like that was my biggest fear. And she basically explained to me that like there is hyaluronic acid is like the main component of lip filler, and that your body naturally produces that. So if you were allergic to it, your body, like you're already producing it. So it's very not likely that you're going to be allergic to something that your body naturally produces. That makes sense? And she just talked me through, it was like 3 years ago, guys, so I don't fully remember what she all like talked to me about, but she just like put me at ease and made me feel comfortable and let me know that she is, you know, a doctor. She has lots of training on it. So definitely make sure that if you are thinking about getting it done, that you go somewhere that is like a professional. Don't just like go to somebody in the back alley, you know what I mean? Anyways, I got it done, and she put a numbing cream on. That was another thing. I was really worried about the pain. I would say that a comparable, like for me, a comparable feeling would be like if you like have like a little like zit like on your lip, or like on your lip line, and you like mess with it, like if we hold on it right, it's very comparable to that, where it's just like kind of like a sharp pain, but it's not unbearable. And the numbing cream, like you pretty much don't feel anything. So anyways, I had gotten it done and I loved it the first 2 weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, they look so good, like plump and juicy. But then after 2 weeks, like the swelling went down, and I was like, this isn't what like all the girls on Instagram's lips look like after they get filler, and like everybody else's lips, like when they get filler, their lips look so big, and like the first time you get it done, your body metabolizes it quite a bit faster, and the more you get it done, the like longer it stays. So anyways, I was already thinking about setting up my next appointment, and yeah, I have gotten it done probably 2 to 3 times a year ever since then. The last 2 times I had gotten a different kind. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit, but that one lasts a lot longer. That one's like a 12 to 18 month, I believe. It typically stays in your lips. So that one I really, really love, and I highly recommend. I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, that is my lip filler story. My Botox story is a lot shorter, thankfully, right? We're already 6 minutes in. So my Botox story, that one is, like I said, very simple and like short. So whenever I do my makeup, at the end of the day, like I always have lines, no matter how much skincare I use, no matter how much, you know, how good I take care of my skin and like different techniques I try with makeup, like at the end of the day, there was lines, and it drove me bonkers. So I decided to just try that, and that is probably, I think Botox, between Botox and lip filler, I would say Botox is like more worth it to me. Even though I hate my lips, like just how smooth like your skin looks after you get Botox, and as long as you don't get too much and overdo it, like it still looks natural. Like, right? I still look natural, don't I? It just smooths it out. And yeah, okay, that was it for the Botox story. I've been doing that every time I get my lips filled. I typically will get, well, Botox as well. So let's move on to the question and answer portion of this video. Okay, so the first question is about Botox, and it says, why do you get Botox? So the reason I get Botox is, like I just told you guys, to just, I hate seeing the wrinkles at the end of the day, that where the makeup sinks in. And the other really, really big reason that I get Botox and continue to get Botox is because it helps my headaches so much. So I am a very anxious person. I have a lot of anxiety, and just like I hold a lot of that tension and stress in my head. I tense up my jaw a lot, and I just hold a lot of that tension in my head. So I've noticed when people said that like Botox helps headaches, I was like, oh, I don't really, can't really see how that would work, but it 100% does for me. I can tell that I need to go in and get more Botox based on my headaches before the wrinkles even start to show, because I can just feel like the tension headache coming through. So that is the main reason I get Botox, is for headaches. Okay, the next question is, can you wear makeup to your appointment? So I usually will get it all done. Ah, there's a fly. I typically get it done in the mornings, and so I do wear makeup when I go in. You do have to wipe it off with an alcohol swab beforehand, or they can do it for you. I don't know, I just always do it. And then I bring makeup with actually to touch up afterwards, because you can put makeup on after your appointment as well. So yes, you can wear makeup, but you have to wipe it off. Okay, next question is, how much do you need / how much do you get? Okay, so that question, I'm not quite sure if you mean like for lips or Botox. For lips, I do 1 milliliter of filler in my lips each time I go. You can do like a lot of people do, where they use like half of, so like 0.5 milliliters. And I know also a lot of people will do where they get a full milliliter and then they'll go in for touch-ups and just do a half milliliter each time. But like I said, since my body dissolves it a little bit faster, I usually typically will do a full milliliter each time I go in. So 2 to 3 times a year I'll do a full milliliter. And then Botox, I do this, last time I did 20, but I typically do about 15 units between like right here, and then in my forehead 15 units. I added, this time we had a couple units of Botox, is that what it's called, left over. So we added in 2 or 3 on each side on my crow's feet, and then we did a couple on my lips as well to create that lip flip. And I love that. If you want to just try something, even if you don't get filler, you can get Botox above your lips, and just kind of relaxes it, just to kind of pull up your lip a little bit. So that's something that you could also like talk to your doctor about. Do you guys see that fly? Get away from me. I actually hit it. Oh my gosh, there's an airplane like flying right over my house. And it's like, it was flying like this, like sideways. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, next question is, does it hurt? And again, on that one, I'm not sure if it's talking about Botox or lip filler, but neither one hurt. Like, they just don't. I told you guys that the lip one, it kind of feels like a sharp pinch right away, but it goes away almost instantly. Like, yeah, it doesn't hurt. And Botox, like, honestly, I don't even feel it. Like, she's doing it, and then I'm like, okay, I guess she's done. For the lips, after the numbing cream wears off, it feels uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt, if that makes sense. And it's been about a week since I got them done, and so like right now, like it just feels like, it almost feels like if you're touching like a bruise, like a very light bruise. So like they don't hurt, but it's just like a little uncomfortable. So yeah, no, it doesn't hurt. If that's something that's holding you back from getting, if you really want to get either lip filler or Botox, but you're afraid about the pain, don't be. It's not bad. Okay, what shape did you ask for your lips? So I am somebody who's like totally not picky at all about anything. I think people probably hate that when I go in, like even for like my hair, like nails, or like anything at all. Like I'm just like, just do whatever. Like do whatever you want. I don't care. So it's kind of the same thing with my lips. I'm like, basically I just want the top lip to be fuller. Throughout the times that I've gone, I have kind of realized what I like and I don't like. So that very first time I went, I just said, just plump them up. I just want some fullness in them. I didn't really know what I wanted, just that I wanted them fuller. And then the more I've gone, the more I've learned about preferences. So lately, when I've been going the last couple times, I just say that I like more of a 50-50. So I like my top lip and my lower lip to be pretty equal with the size of them. And that's kind of more of a trendy thing. It's just something that's like, right now it's kind of like a trendier thing to have 50-50 lips. Traditionally, like your bottom lip is bigger. I think it's maybe 70-30 is kind of like the traditional, like the size comparison between the two. But I usually ask for a 50-50, maybe a little bit more on the bottom, a little fuller, but typically 50-50. I also let them know that I do not like a super defined Cupid's bow. So I usually will say I don't want Taylor Swift lips. I don't know, I don't like that super defined look. I kind of like more of a flatter top between the two Cupid's bows. Yeah. And then also I typically like to, the sides of my lips like to fall in, so we will usually add more on the outer sides just to kind of like round them out a little bit more. Okay, how long does lip filler last? So lip filler lasts, it depends on which one you get. So I told you guys that the last couple times I've been getting a different one. Let me see what that's called again. So I have been getting the Juvederm Velour XC. That one's a little bit more expensive, but 100% worth it in my opinion. I feel like it definitely it makes them more plump, and it also lasts a lot longer. So I went in and got them done last week, and I hadn't gotten them done since September, and honestly they still were pretty full. Like I just wanted, like I had an extra vial left over, so I just wanted to get that used up in case things shut down again. But yeah, that one lasts 12 to 18 months. Did I say that already? So the velour lasts 12 to 18 months. The other ones typically I would say like 6 months to a year, maybe, give or take. Okay, so how much does it cost? This is gonna vary like based on where you go. And actually I did have another question asking how much I paid for this time that I went. So the place that I go, they always do Black Friday and then also like Black Friday and July sales. So there, I typically like to stock up on filler and Botox during those 2 months just so that I have it throughout the year and it's on sale. So this time I paid for the filler, it was $5.10 I think, and typically that one, the place that I go usually is $6.50, so it was on sale like $150 off. And then for the Botox I paid about, again I bought that on sale and I had 5 units left over, so it was probably about $300 that I paid for the Botox this time. And right now where I go, they also have a sale on Botox. So let me see if I can find that. I'll link their website down below, or their Facebook page down below, because if you're in the area, they're amazing. Like I love them. They're called JMISKO, or maybe it's like JMISKO. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they're really good. They have 20 units for $179, 50 units for $425, and 100 units for $825, and that's Botox. You can get away with probably, I mean, you can get like the 20 units, and that's, you're gonna get a lot of results from 20 units, depending on your age, I guess, and like how bad your wrinkles are. Maybe not necessarily age, because you can be really young and have like really deep wrinkles, so it just depends. I can usually get away with about I usually do about 25 to 30 each time. Okay, so the last question that I have, and I kind of answered it, it is, where did you go for your fillers and Botox? So I go to JMISKO, which I just told you guys in that last question, but I used to go somewhere different and there was no reason for me changing. So if you know that, like, if you're wondering why I switched places, it is because the place that I used to go, they opened a new practice. So they branched out and started their own practice, and between that transition when they were reopening, somebody had recommended me trying out this new place, and I did, and I just fell in love with them. Yeah, so that's why there's no deep reason. I love the place that I went before, and I love this place. I would recommend both of them to anybody. It just kind of also depends on your personal, like, what you're going for. I would say, yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. See, I suck at this, guys. I'm not a very good YouTuber. Alright, so that is it. That's going to conclude my experience / Q&A on lip filler and Botox. If I did not answer your question, it may have gotten lost. I've asked people in the past to reach out to me with any questions, and so if you have, sometime before the last like 2 weeks, I might not have gotten your question answered. So leave it down below and I will either respond to you or address it in the following video. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will be back on Tuesday with a vlog. So see you guys on Tuesday. Bye!